What's up, y'all? Episode 2 of Live with Alfred Harrell More, the poet. Episode 1 was your personal vision statement. Now, this one? This one was inspired by, not just inspired by but inspired by my closest friend and confidant, Karen Sims of Twisted Threads LLC, who this morning recorded a video. She recorded this morning a video live that said, "Tell hell to shut up." So now I'm coming back after watching her replay and following up the theme, "Tell heaven to open up now." Welcome, thank you for joining me. Been a little lost on these lives lately, but I'm back. I'm back because I was inspired by my closest friend and confidant, Karen Sims, live this morning about telling hell to shut up. I'm going to add those details once this is over, so you can find through the links and everything, the cool stuff. But for now though, how can we as human beings tell heaven, to open up now? First of all, I'm wearing my slogan, my t-shirt slogan, "No matter what happens, I win." That fits perfectly with perfectly with this episode's theme. Yes, we may not be God in the heavens, if you believe in such. We may not control nature, the skies with the form of heavens, and we may not have control of these things that we cannot see, but we feel their effects each and every day. And we can tell these things to move with the speaking of our word, by speaking of our words. You may say, "Well, how so? How so? How so?" We are not some supernatural being. No, but I believe we are supernatural beings existing in human form. And I'm not speaking of literally telling these things to open up or to move. I'm speaking in a symbolic language that we have that command factor. We have that ability to command our destiny, to speak life and breath into ourselves in the context of each and every time we rise up. We catch we can do this live stream now. We catch some live feed. We catch other live feeds. We can support people. We have this ability in us as animated beings to create things, to tell the heavens in a symbolic way to open up. I see it all the time, especially on Instagram, how people post about their dreams and their visions, just their very aspirations, and I later come back to find that these people are not living these things. They're speaking these things as if they, even though they are not, as if they are. They're telling the heavens to open up, the good things to come. They're saying, "Blessings, this is your time now. I will live a blessed, fruitful, and productive life now." Just as Karen talked about, we have to shut up the voice of hell, calm it down, dumb it down. That negative thing that can come into our lives, that thing that we can speak over our lives. We must also be willing to speak the good, the heavenly blessings, the celestial things, those grandiose things that people say are impossible in the natural. We must speak those things as if they are. And make them happen. 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 How so? Educate your mind. Continue to be a continual learner. When you get set back, breathe slowly. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this a setback? Or is it a setup? Is it a setup for the heavens to open up now? Is it a setup for the greatest things that we desire to become a reality now? Whether it be a job, a career change, more education, a relationship of some sort, or just to move on to in the next second of time, past the dark moment you're experiencing now. Are you willing to embrace this slogan and command the heavens to open up now? Embrace the slogan by saying, "No matter what happens, I win. I win. No matter what happens, I win. I will command the heavens to open up now." I could go detail of my personal circumstances and things of that sort, but I'm not. I choose not to. I'm trying to see the comments. Yes. I could, but I'm not. Some things in my life are not as I wish them to be. They have not been so for a while, but I chose earlier this year to embrace, when I came with the slogan, to embrace it every day. So, while the first episode of my live was about your personal vision statement, this one is about commanding the heavens to open up now. Just as Karen talked about telling hell to shut up, to quiet its mouth, those negative things that creep in, those things that seem to weave themselves into our psyche. Like I was telling myself for a while, making excuses for not exercising. I get myself up to the point where I was actually, in a 7-day period, it's not a lot, but I was logging in about 10 miles of walking. And towards the end, I had stepped my game up to the point I could actually finish a 3-mile walk, 3.1 mile walk on 5K in under an hour, which I felt was a great accomplishment. So I pushed it to get to the point where I could do 5 miles in under an hour and a half. And I fell off the wagon, as some say, that of the drinking and alcohol, but I just simply found excuses, excuse after excuse. I'm busy, I can't, I won't, I don't know how. In a sense, I closed up the heavens of better health. I closed up the heavens of losing weight. So I'll be more in line with the recommended numbers for a man my age. I closed up the heavens by simply making excuses for not walking regularly. The route that I walked, which was very hilly terrain that I walked, was up and down. And usually on the walk going, I would look up. There's this one particular part of the roadway, the sidewalk alongside the road I would walk. And I'm like, dang, that hill. I'm not going to make it, yo. I get the hill and click off about a mile and turn around and quit. Quit. And doing so, close up the heavens on better health. Shut down the progress I had made. So yesterday I got up after working. My new job is really physically demanding. And those who live in Greensboro know how hot it was yesterday evening about 6 o'clock. And the humidity was brutal. But I got up. And with a little inspiration, motivation, encouragement, self-talk, and shared what I was about to do with my friend Karen. And I said, I'm going to do at least 3.1, equivalent of a 5K. Mind you, I haven't walked this distance in about 2 months on that terrain. And the beautiful part of all this, I have a gym where I can go to and do it on a treadmill and AC and be cool and comfortable and just pace the walk away. No, but I chose to hit my route that I walked before. And when it was all over, as I was playing that motivational video in my ear, hearing some of the world's greatest speakers talk about the I can, I will, I must, I missed the counter when it logged in 1.5. I didn't hear it. Because by the end I was in the mindset that I'm already in pain. It's already hot. I already logged in a hard day's work. I could just as well quit right now, turn around, instead of maybe 2 something. Not the 3.1 I was aiming for. But I didn't. And I logged on, I pushed on. And lo and behold, when it's all over, I put in almost 4 miles. Almost 4 miles that I walk. I came home. every part of my body hurt to the point I didn't even feel like washing up. But I had to remind myself of my slogan, my brand for this year going forward, that no matter what happens, I win. I chose not to surrender to the pain. I chose not to have the heavens to close up. I chose to command them to open up. So I cleaned up, and I took some ibuprofen, and I regrouped mentally, and I decided that was the final accomplishment of that day. Yesterday. And I got it in. I sat down, I ate. I watched one of my favorite shows on HBO Max. I celebrated yesterday as a victorious day. And in hindsight, I was simply telling heaven to open up now to better health. I woke up, I was blessed to wake up this morning. The pain was gone. At some point during the night, the heavens opened up. The rest found me. I get back up and I did my morning grind, audio book, listening to a chapter on our new book I'm covering, which is book entitled, name book is Dare to Prepare. I checked some emails, laid out some things for the day, and that's all before I went to my regular job, which actually pays the bills right now. I prepped for my regular job, knowing it's going to be a day in the heat, physically demanding, working a route I didn't done before. What I do, y'all, for my primary job is I work for the City of Greensboro doing yard waste the bulk furniture collection right now. I was doing yard waste collection. Basically, by me and my partner clean up the mess, the filth, the throwaway stuff that people put out. Throw it in the back of a garbage truck. It could be anything, sofas, chairs, filthy mattresses, some of the worst things possible. At the heat of the day, we do this and we watch for bugs, ticks, and all that. Look, the things that we may think people don't live with in their homes, they do. That's our job to clean it up. So it takes a certain mindset. However, I worked to get this job back for over 6 years. Because I closed up the heavens over 6 years ago in the context that I didn't do what I should have done, and I was terminated. But I kept speaking that I'm going to get the job back. In spite of the way what I do, I wanted it back. The atmosphere there is great. The company there is great in the sense that I work with people for the most part who do what they do and they may grumble and gripe. But they, each and every day, most of them I've encountered, especially being back, take a measure of pride and satisfaction in what they do, and they do what they do, and some go up above and beyond. Don't worry, family, it's a good workplace environment that meets the needs for right now. I was going to write a lot in the text and share. I still probably add it later, but I'm asking you to click the link in my bio, subscribe to my podcast, stay in the loop, because I'm bringing on some great guests this month. Actually, I'm recording a new guest tomorrow, Wednesday. He's into wellness, well-being. How can take better care of your physical body. I will pre-record it tomorrow night, and it will be posted here. I have other guests coming up from business people, people in the business world who teach and train others, to the interview I'm really looking forward to is Zachary Cluckman, the physical poet, coming out in September. He's in New Mexico. I befriended him through Facebook. I asked him to come on my podcast. I've not ever spoke to this man, but I've messaged him over the years. I admire what he does. He can bring a certain energy to that podcast that I hope y'all will be following me and follow my podcast and catch it. Or at least click the link when I share it up here in September. Feel his vibe. Because he's a guy, I believe, who's told the heavens to open up. He's told the heavens to open up now. His impact has been felt across this country in the spoken word arena. He's one I believes that no matter what happens to him, he wins. He wins. Yes, this is really, as I always say about choice, y'all. Choice rooted in belief. Belief, not just in some fictional thing or some abstract idea. Belief in the ability to create the future you want, of the life you want even now, by commanding the heavens, the good things to flow to you now. We all have our down moments, and in those down moments, sometimes we need to do as Les Brown said, when we're down, you can get up. He probably laughing about that. Huh? You can look up so you can get up. Playing off of Les Brown's words. We have our down moments. Sometimes we have to get down low. And those of us afraid to get down on our hands and knees sometimes. And sometimes we just have to get that quiet space and we just have to pray. But in prayer, there's power to command the heavens to open up. Command good things to come. Yes, command is a powerful word. Telling is a powerful expression. And you may say, I'm just a human being. Who am I? I am not God. But if you believe that you're made in the image of God, and if you believe that through Christ all things are possible, and if you believe that even if you, that within yourself you have this ability to move, breathe, to do what you've been given, that's where it starts at, in belief. But the creation comes from action. The commanding, the telling of the heavens to open up comes from action. Action on your part, action on my part. I look at Instagram and I see my number of followers are like that. I would invite you to share my video, my live with your followers or others, please. Because no matter what I may say, I cannot motivate you, change you, get you to do one thing. But what I can do, I can keep coming up here. Because I prefer Instagram over Facebook Live. Like I have a lot of people on Facebook right now. I'm going to cross-post this after that. I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel. To get access to any of these things, you have to go to my link in my bio, though. To get more inspiration, motivation, encouragement. Now, I said I can't motivate you. True, I cannot motivate you, but I can say something to you that is motivational, that's encouraging, that may get you going in the direction you want to go. Or at the very least, think and ask yourself, who's responsible for my place in this thing called life? And you may already ask yourself that question, and like, oh, well, I know it's me, oh, me. But here's the thing, you can go, oh, me, poor me, I can't do no better. This is the best life gets. Oh, I'm so sorry. Why can't it be better? I'm so please. I need God to come save me. The Saviors came once. So I believe. But some capacity, I believe he'll come again. But I believe he exists even now among us. In one context, he's given us a mind to think, a heart to feel, lungs to inhale and exhale life. The voice to command the heavens to open up now. If it is true that you get out of life what you put in life, and if it's true that you get out of life what you Give, and it is true that you get back what you give. If all these things are ifs, then why not make a statement and get rid of the freaking if and say, this is my time. This is who I am. This is what I will do. As long as I have breath in my body, this is what I can accomplish. By telling the heavens to open up, by saying simply, I am going to have the best life possible in the best form possible. And I'm going to do all those within my God-given power to do with regards to having the life I desire. Each and every day. Whether it's a job you go to that beats you down, whether it's interaction with people that wear you thin, and you just want to like, God, or not. It's up to you to keep doing what you do and living your life to the fullest. Command the heavens to open up.